Hi, it's me. It's me, Scott. Is this working? Is anything working? Let's do this. Where's bot? Wait, what's going on here? Hi, it's me. It's been a long time. It's been such a long, long time. This is what we want. Look at that little friend up there. Do I actually have... Hello? Seems like my little friend is not actually listening to me. Maybe the little friend is listening to desktop audio instead. We didn't try very hard on that. Hey, little friend. Hey. Hello? No, sorry. That was probably really annoying. Hi, it's been so long. I don't remember how to stream. I don't remember how to do anything. I kind of want to fix the little friend, though. Made this... But yeah, you know, this happens. I get like something sort of like a jobby job for a while. And nobody likes it. Nobody wants a jobby job. But, you know, sometimes you get a little jobby job. And it just takes so much time. It takes all your time and all your effort and all your energy. And then it's just hard to stream. And now, the jobby job I was on, which was fine. I think I can talk about it. Maybe I can't talk about it quite yet. Anyway, it's for a company. It's for a company. I should make sure I'm actually streaming. I appear to be. Streaming. Okay. I'm just looking for bot me this because our happy little friend should be talking. And this is not important, but it's important to me. Anyway, yeah, I did a jobby job. Jobby job is, I think, done for the moment. I had some other jobby jobs lined up with a certain company whose name might be Twitch, but didn't happen. Which is fine. It was a maybe anyway, but I have a art project coming up, and that is what we're going to focus on today because we just got to do it. We have to do it. So here's what I don't remember at all. So we did meter left and meter right. That's all fine. Excuse me. Left level, right level. But I don't remember how we did like our robot friend. Like how did we decide? So level. What does level mean? I think it just comes... I could share this. I can show this to you. Look at this. I'm getting ahead of myself. Hi, it's me, Scott. It's been a long time. And I'm going to switch back here for a minute because I want to change the wallpaper. Because I feel like I don't know that I've actually changed my wallpaper the whole time that I haven't been streaming. And it's, you know, it's a thing I want to do. So I have to remember how. Unclear. Does anyone remember how anything works or how anything... When did I make that thing? Projects 2021? I don't see it. Surely I didn't make that 2 years ago? Falling apart here, everybody. Where's, and by everybody I mean nobody, of course, because no one's here, because why would they be? I haven't streamed so long. So, okay, it's in that folder. Unexpected, but okay. So let's, okay, just bear with me here. We're gonna go here, we're gonna do the thing. Does this even run? I don't know. It did run. Should I make it easier to run? Yeah, I should. Am I going to? No, I'm not. Look at this beautiful. Let's just do this. This is beautiful. Unclear where it is, but that's fine. Okay. So that, step 1, do that thing. Step 2, make sure the mic is recording. Step 3, check this out. Level equals level right. So is the whole thing really we just need to do this? And then refresh. Hello? I don't think we did the thing that's like, refresh browser when it becomes active. So I did that. Now we said to use level left. This is all a mess, frankly. I don't remember how anything works, so they moved this. Preview. Hello? Hello. That seems wrong. I see mine. That should be, you would think that would be level left. So then I just said level equals level left. And then down here in our drawer, we're doing all this stuff based on level. So like, did that not actually take? Hello? Hi, hi, hi. Hi. Like, I'm a little confused actually. Like, how did we do this? Because actually, wait, is that the whole thing? Oh, right. Well, okay, so this is actually totally not what we want. Because we probably actually need to be on, so the order just somehow is reversed. Because this isn't the issue. We actually just want to be on a different index. So it would actually be like inputs. Something like levels equal to this dot input levels mul 0 0, something like this. That seems broken. No, inputs 0, then the input levels. Still seems broken to me. What happened? I mean, okay. So in that for each of inputs, you would think event intent is this, and it would be sort of like if input dot input, no, if, good grief, t, let's say this. We're still inside this loop where we don't want to be, I think. We want to be inside this if statement. And we want to say something like input data. Right? And then like if is not equal to null. Input data. Maybe something like that, right? I mean, it's not that clearly, but it's gonna be something like that. A text message. Great, okay. I mean, I probably just did this wrong, right? So it's input. Oh, that's one problem. Input data dot that other thing. So what do we do here? So we do the left. So it should be the input data, input levels mul, and the 0 0. I don't quite understand why this isn't good. I guess we have to do this and how's that? Okay, that seems like broken, which is a little confusing. So how do we know like what the index is? I guess we don't. Hello. Okay. Well, I'm not going to call that fixed exactly, but it is functioning now. So can we, is our little friend back? Okay, was it worth it? I don't know, but we got our little friend back. Great news. So, okay, right. I have not streamed in a long time, and when you don't stream on Twitch for a while, everybody forgets you and you just don't exist anymore. So I even forgot like to set the what is the stream about. We're not playing Elden Ring, definitely not. We are what? We should be probably in like what is it called now? Software, software and game development, I guess. Or we're gonna call this "Let Us Cultivate Our Garden." On blooms. Okay, because that's what we're doing today. We're gonna work on this project, the start project. So the idea is there's a dome in Pioneer Square, and I want to grow big AR flowers all over it with eighth wall. And I've been like in the background while I'm working on other stuff, trying to get moving on this project. And I definitely don't have much time, but we're gonna try to get there. So that is what we're doing. The dumb thing is the VOD is gonna have like the wrong name, but whatever. So let's look at what I have. And I mean, yeah, this is gonna be weird because it's gonna be a thing that I have been working on off stream here and there for a few weeks just to try to like vet the idea, feel it out a little bit. But here's the idea. It uses Eighth Wall, which is a web-based AR project that I don't really love and is too expensive and is mercenary in their pricing, in my opinion. I don't love it, but it was my best option for this. They were purchased by Niantic recently, so hopefully the pricing will suck less in the future. But oh my gosh, I just show an invoice on stream. Great, awesome. Well, okay, good. I'm glad to see nothing's changed. You know, I haven't streamed for a while. Why does this happen? You know, I thought I was even being careful before this stream where I like went through and closed all the windows, but I guess I missed that one. So yeah, as is normal tradition, as a tradition for me, I love to show like secret things on stream. And so I just showed an invoice that obviously there's things there that are not good to have in this stream, but I don't think there's anything I will be in trouble for. Like I don't think there's like any like major NDA stuff. So well, great. Glad no one was watching that. I hope. Well, somebody was. Whoever you are, don't steal that information. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, whatever. Gotta be more careful. In fact, I'm gonna just switch here and just like see what I have open. I'm gonna close Wavebox. Let's close a few other things just to decrease my likelihood of exposing work. Okay, anyway. Okay, so here's the current status of this. And it's going to be a little weird to try to explain this because it's been something I've just been like churning on the side for a few weeks. But the general idea, kind of ignoring all of the AR stuff, the general idea is to I don't know why generate is calling grow automatically. Come up with kind of a very simple framework for growing flowers, right? Like a very simple like rule set for growing flowers. So all of these are drawn with the same underlying rule set with just some tweaks to how the rules are executed. And I guess what I mean by that is like this, the geometry that describes this leaf down here, for example, that the way that geometry is built, the rules, well, I'd say the underlying software for generating that is the same thing that generates this stem, the same thing that generates this leaf, as far as the geometry of it, right? And so that's kind of it ended up being sort of this topology project of like, can I reduce flowers to just the idea of a very simple set of sort of topographic rules? That's not really the way to put that, but I think I'm pretty close in that realm. Like as far as just vetting out the idea of like, can I do this thing? Can I have a simple description sort of a surface that can then become a leaf or a flower or a stem or whatever? And I think the answer is yes, and I'm feeling pretty good about that. So there's some other stuff I want to really focus on today, though, and one of them is I just chatted with David, and he gave me some helpful feedback, in particular on like how to address some issues of like textures and surface textures, because that's the thing I was a little undecided on in terms of like, how do I want to do that? Do I want to use like photo collage or whatever? What I would actually like to do is similarly have like a set of rules, kind of for what the a set of rules for what the texture drawing looks like also. So in addition to the building of the geometry, I want the texture drawing there. And I don't want to get like crazy with generative textures, but we talked through it and I have some ideas on sort of like some ideas of how to generate some simple surfaces, let's say. And so, for example, if I had like a Oregon tulip, I want relatively local flowers, but there's tulip farms near Oregon, so it shouldn't be too hard. But there's one particular kind of tulip that I should be taking pictures of these things, so I need to start doing that. But it's like a very peachy, yeah, it's like this pink to orangey red gradient, very pretty. And so I just want a quick reference for something like that, just because I think it's going to be kind of my first try, since I have something that is sort of approaching a tulip in terms of the leaves. It's not perfect, but it's like it exists. So this certain kind of like real peachy, sort of pinky orange tulip. And of course, once I have one, I can do lots of color variations, but I just want to explore specifically this one kind of gradient idea that David and I were talking about. So kind of like this is a bit more fancy than I had in mind, although it's pretty. So like you could imagine that, but still not quite seeing this like really kind of, what would it be? I've seen them in my neighborhood, so I guess I assumed I could just magically like a pink orange tulip. I mean, it's kind of like this kind of blushy. Okay. So this one's interesting because it's sort of like a gradient along one of our axes. I wonder if I did like if I had gradients along different axes. So I think what I want to do, I have to think about this a little bit. So I think what I'm about to do is going to break everything, but I kind of want to just cut textures out of the equation for the moment and like kind of only say colors and gradients are the rule for the moment. And that's not going to be ideal, you know. Oh my gosh, life is yours. Listen, I thought I was so inspired by Norway and their banana video in Eurovision that I thought that I should start streaming. Right? I thought that, yeah, that, you know, if those those Norwegian wolves can be on a Eurovision stream. Life is yours. I've missed you. How have you been? Are you graduated yet? Are you like a member of productive society now? How do we do this? We want to soon. How soon? Oh my gosh, are we gonna have a graduation party? What did you? Oh, tell me your graduation day so we can have a graduation party. I'm gonna put it in my calendar. Life is yours graduation party stream. The 20th of this month? That's so soon. Or wait, 20th of next month. June 20. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So 20th of this month, and then, oh my gosh, that is so soon. Well, I wish you luck. And I think we should, how should we celebrate your graduation? Bagel party? A bagel party or a sparkle party? Okay, I'm getting so distracted. I have such a short amount of time. We have to actually figure this out. So I think I'm going to temporarily. What's interesting is we could have like a gradient along U that is going to be mirrored. And we'd almost get this for free, would we? I mean, we wouldn't get the streakies. But I'm kind of torn on how I want to do this, actually. Are you? Is that how you're going to celebrate? Wow. I thought we could just like play Minecraft or something, but you're going to go tear up the town. I see. I get it. Okay. Yes, it's all tulips. I'm working on my entry for 2023 Eurovision for Norway, and it's going to be all tulips because Norway, of course, is known for its tulips. Everyone knows that. Like this, okay, just to talk through this, a few things that we could say about this. One would be that we could do like the texture thing and have just a texture-based gradient. We could do gradients that went along U and or V and get the color from that as well. The issue though, I guess if we want this, if we want these streakies, we kind of have to do it in a texture. But it's also way easier if we don't do that, right? Like it's way easier if we just say, I've never even heard of the Netherlands. That doesn't even seem like a real place. Is that place in Minecraft? When you like go through that portal and you end up in the Netherlands in Minecraft? Okay. I'm gonna say we're gonna try to do this without textures to start with. So we basically have like a gradient, like a horizontal gradient A and a horizontal gradient B. Or like, let's see, horizontal color A, horizontal color B, for example, could be a thing that we would do here. So a couple things. So we just have like, we'll just use Trillium right now because I think it is a requirement that I have this. This is probably not the thing for me to work on, but it's like what is in my brain at the moment to work on. Did I just show an API key online too? Life is yours, you missed it a little earlier when I just straight up just showed an invoice on stream that had my address, it had a client address, it had like client project information. It was great. It was definitely great. Somehow I managed to not show this API key, so great. Good luck. Like, stroke of luck there. This time I think it was, yeah, it happens all the time to me. I don't know. But like in this case, I think it was okay because I don't think it was an NDA'd project. I mean, it probably was, but I don't think it was like heavily NDA'd or I would like actually be in trouble. So, okay, here's what I think I might want. That's interesting. I actually could build it into the I don't think I want to do that in this case. I think it's going to be a uniform. I don't know though, like if I'm going to end up making these into instances, let's just make it a uniform for now. I don't know. Okay, I need to just do it and like think as I do it, I think. So we would have something like defaults for those? I don't actually know. And then, well, I don't think I have a way to set those shader uniforms currently. So like this material, I have the material, but I don't have some magical way. WebGL and Chrome runs like crap? I mean, Chrome is sort of bloated and horrible. I feel like WebGL runs reasonably well there for me, but okay, so what are we trying to do? We need a way to pass some additional uniforms here. So Life is Yours would probably tell me to do this. Like a weird spread operator thing, right? Where it needs to be like, how would you even do this? Like to merge this function, it would be like spread this and spread this. Does that actually work? That looks insane, but like these would basically be the defaults, and then I would either overwrite or add to the defaults. Maybe. I don't have to spread this. This doesn't have to spread. Wait, what's horrible? This isn't the way to do this? Don't I have to spread this? How do I merge these two things? Like I want these to be the defaults. So I want this to be first, and then I want this to be potentially overwrite this. So essentially these are the defaults and these are optional. I don't have to spread this if it's not an object. Well, but I want to. Oh wait. So you're saying just do this? Just do that. Okay. But now my type is broken. I've broken my type. And the whole thing is broken because I just made all this stuff up. Where's my types? Oops. What is wrong with my shortcuts? I didn't even make one yet. Well, wait, no, this should... What am I doing wrong here? Well, I just have to declare this up here, that's all, right? I just need, like, I mean, the not real answer would just be this, and that'll make this happy. Okay. And then these are of a specific... Oof. I don't know how to do that for these, like, imported vertex and fragment shaders. I mean, they're just strings, really. Is this right? Where's your degree? Is this, what are you doing for your thesis project, by the way? I can't do this. Uniforms this is just an object then, right? you know, I can go in and maybe I'll define an interface for it later, but. I just couldn't because it's not my type. It's just not my, it doesn't have a type, but I can just do object for now. Like these are the parameters that will go. I mean, you know, it is my type, of course. So I just need to define an interface for it, but I don't care that much. Like it's really defined by what the shader accepts. Like it's very rigidly defined here, but there's not a way that I can get that just in TypeScript, you know? That'd be cool. Actually, maybe you can. That would be kind of cool. Like automatically have TypeScript type safety based on the shader parameters, but I'm sure you don't magically get that. Okay, and then what is this? What is this? Why is this not doing the thing where it goes to the type definition? Well, I would do that as an interface, right? Like, is it better to do it to create a type or create an interface for that? Or does it matter? Just a type. So this would be like type whatever, shoot material uniforms or something. And this would include whatever my uniforms are. Like this would have like or whatever, progress float or number. But how do you what am I missing here? Like why is it, what's this mad about? Just to define a type like this, do I have to do something fancier than that? I obviously don't know what I'm doing with TypeScript. I've just been using interfaces for that, for like whatever. Oh, you have to have an equal? I don't know. Do I like this? I don't know if I like a type as much as an interface because it's not really a type. It's just like it's like a description of what an object could contain. I don't know why in my mind. I hate you, DuckDuckGo. Why can you never find anything? So what is the type? Oh, that's elsewhere. Like, where's the I don't know why I don't have that right now. Like, I thought you'd get the good grief, DuckDuckGo, you're just the worst. Well, how am I even going to find the thing? Like, what is the type of that? Like, what is the type of this? Have they defined some type for what that is? It's a side. Is that what this means? The type is a side. But that side is probably defined inside 3 somewhere, so it'd be like a 3. Okay, so it's a 3 dot side. TSX. Oh, is instead of JSX. I don't know. I'm like curious about like what's the actual. Oh, it's becoming more similar. Interfaces are basically a way to describe data shapes For example, an object. Type is the definition of a type of data. A union, a primitive. Yeah, so like that's my opinion on this. This is not like a type. It's just like I would say this is not a type. Like shader material uniforms is not an explicit type. It's just an object that conforms to a certain interface. So my instinct would be to call this an interface. I would say it'd be more appropriate. Like this is not a type. It's just like these are the uniforms that go here. So I'm inclined to call this an interface personally. I mean, I don't know that it's functionally very different, but that distinction makes more sense to me. Yeah, I mean, that's what this is. It's just like describing a container format. I mean, you could make the case either way. I guess in my mind, I like it a little more as a... I mean, all that matters in TypeScript is that there's no red. There's no red errors. So, okay, anyway, that was a weird diversion. So, because all I'm actually trying to do, so now these uniforms can be these can be a, right? Like these can be a shoot material uniforms. Why did that break? Is that not what I called that? So we have shoot material uniforms. It has some stuff in it. It's going to be mad at me because I'm just making up what goes in there. It's funny actually that this doesn't freak out, but it would freak out if I did this, right? Why is auto-completion not finding that new interface? Okay, so this is going to be mad because... What? Oh, sorry. It doesn't go there. Duh. Not there. It goes here. Obviously. So now it's going to be mad because I have this. I have a texture in here, which is actually what? Like, what is this? Is it actually a texture? That's what's so hard about this when I'm like using 3JS and I just don't know what the... I don't know what the types are, and it's like it's not as forthcoming as I would like position is a 3 vector 3. Got it. Like it's just a 3 dot texture or something. Like where do I actually set that? That's the value, and that's texture, and 3 texture loader. Yeah, I don't know. This is like, I have the type. Am I missing something on this computer? I've actually been working on this on another computer. Like, am I missing something that's making me not see these types? Like, maybe I installed, oh, it's supposed to be yarn. Oh well. I couldn't really, I'm a little confused here. Okay, so one thing is that this is optional, right? So this can be optional. And then I definitely should not be spending all my time trying to figure out TypeScript stuff. I should actually be doing some work, but oh well. All right, because we need like progress for sure. We need frond texture, which is a what? Like a 3 texture? And we need light position, which is a 3 dot vector 3. Okay, and the things we're about to add are what? We're going to add color horizontal A and color horizontal B. And that should be a 3 dot color? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And then color horizontal B, 3 dot color. Okay, and the whole plan here, the whole point of all of that was inside our garden, we want to, when we create a tulip, we actually don't really want this. I don't know if you can have a uniform default. Like, useless. Default attribute values. No, this is for something else. What is shader material? Like, is there a default uniform values? Uniforms need to be updated. When the rendered geometry doesn't include these attributes, the material does. So what about the uniforms, though? Like, uniforms, are you just required? Okay, anyway. How broken is this going to be? Oops. Okay, we're going to have weird white tulips. That's fine. And then the thing we want to accomplish is what? We want to do this new horizontal gradient thing. This. And we also actually should have like a color. If we want to use a smooth step, we need two edges. Yeah, we need edge A and edge B. So like, this is not how I want to do this. I think I actually want to do it like horizontal edge A. Color A, B. Maybe. It's gonna break my uniforms. Okay. And then back in type land, now we want how broken is everything? Quite broken, it would appear. Okay. What's wrong with horizontal color A? Fragment shaders not compiled. So what did we do wrong? Because color is not a type. We might need this to be vec4s. They have alpha. Okay. So what we want to do now, I don't exactly know, but it's going to be something like color equals like a smooth step. Can you not have, like, can you not have a uniform default? I guess you just have to set it. That's kind of lame. It would be sort of nice to, I mean, I guess that's the whole point of our little, okay, whatever. So smooth step. So this is just going to be like our horizontal gradient, which is going to be what? It's edge 0. Is that really true? The order of this is always weird to me. Yeah, edge. Okay, so it is going to be our like horizontal edge A, horizontal edge B, and then fragment UV dot U. That's not true. That's not true because we want it to be mirrored. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that for a moment because we horizontally we want mirroring and the UVs aren't mirrored. That's okay. We can build in. Just, okay. So what broken thing have we done? Fragment UVU. Wish it would just like tell me the problem and then stop. Oh, it's X. Why do you do this? Just when you break, just tell me what happened. It's not smooth step? No capitalization. Smooth step. Okay. Been mostly in Unity for a couple months, so like, just what's wrong now? Huh. It's not smooth step? So worthless. Smooth step. I feel like I've already used smooth step in this project. Smooth step. I have. Oh, is smooth step not available in the fragment shader? Is it only available in the vertex shader? That would seem weird. That does not appear to be true. Okay, is this just some dumb error that I'm not seeing? What is the problem? Oh, is it just the line break? Is that the problem? What's the problem? Okay, what's the problem? So, smooth step, no matching overloaded function found. Oh, these are just floats. I bet that's my problem. The function's found, it's just my parameters are wrong. Okay. So that is like theoretically actually correct. And now we need to update our type definition. I can't believe I showed an invoice on stream. I mean, I can because I just continually show the wrong thing always, but still, a little shocking. Okay. Horizontal edge A, edge B. So now we need some defaults for that, for our for the shoot material. So we need all of those things. I thought they're not constants for that. So just so we can see it, let's do black and white. Or let's just do red and green. Did I say those were only vectors? Oops, I said they're colors. 3-dot colors. What's wrong? Does color only take... Can't specify an alpha? What? don't really like that. Why would that? Really? The 3JS color representation only is RGB? Worthless. You're worthless, DuckDuckGo. You're truly worthless. Just to be clear again, I just searched for 3.js color. Nowhere in the first 5 results, 6 results, 7 results, nowhere on the first page of results in DuckDuckGo is the thing I'm actually looking for. Unless this is the thing I'm looking for and it just shows the name totally wrong. So it actually did find the right thing. It just showed it completely incorrectly. But if I search on Google, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know why. DuckDuckGo is so terrible. Is it time for 4JS? I think 3JS mostly is pretty good, although I am a little annoyed that this doesn't have alpha. I guess I can understand that. Kind of. I can kind of understand it. Not fully, though. Because, like... No, I take that back. I think that's wrong. I think it should have alpha. Anyway, so... we set this to red, we set this to green, and then we need the edges to be something like 0.25 and 0.75. And that did not work even a little bit. Oh, because this is still broken. Okay, so what's wrong here? So these were my default colors. What's wrong with you? What? Uniforms is not assignable to... Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. So, their type is already... There's already a type for uniforms. Oh, weird. So I can't override that because I'm just extending this. So I actually can't do this. I actually have to have this as a type of array of string. Is that what it was? Yeah, the type is an array of string. Well, the interface is iUniform. Oh boy, that's kind of gross. Okay, so if I go look at shader material, uniforms is already going to be defined as... Oh, okay, there's a iUniform interface. So maybe if I extended iUniform... So for example, if my interface extended this... Oh. Interesting. So can I just do this? How do you extend in this? Like, can I do that? Will that make everybody happy? Well, now I screwed this up though. Because I said shoot material uniforms extends iUniform, and this says it should be able to extend. Why doesn't this work the way I want it to? Like, why can't I just, unless it did work and it just is slow to update this, but like if 3.iUniform, maybe that's not what this means. Maybe I actually have to be like... Okay, so I need to be this type. It's pretty weird. But like, so is this my type? that I'm extending. I'm not extending I uniform, I'm extending this. That doesn't seem like a thing I can do. Okay, so am I just screwed because they already have a type for their uniforms and I can't? Okay, I'm gonna ignore that for the moment and go back to actually like trying to do a little bit of work instead of just getting hung up on TypeScript constantly. I feel like maybe one day TypeScript will not be like a continual hassle, but today is not that day. So now we need to lerp between horizontal color A and horizontal color B by our horizontal, maybe that's T, like a horizontal interpolant. Oh, I broke it. I broke everything. Why? Because this is actually vec3. Oh, it's, wait, is lerp not the right thing here? It's mix. Is mix the same as lerp in OpenGL? This is annoying because then color is wrong. But I'm not even doing anything yet. We said smooth step here, which is going to give me a float. And then I wanted color A and color B. And I said color A and color B. These are actually vec3s. Is that my problem? Oops. Okay. And now we basically need to do like color to RGB times. I don't know exactly how I want to apply these colors. I was wrong. Times equals. No? Color dot, oops, color dot RGB equals color dot RGB times horizontal color. Why can't I do that? Really useless, like debugging. I can do RGB though, right? So that's fine. So I can't do this. Color to RGB equals color to RGB times the horizontal color, which is a vec3. Like, what's your problem here? Like vec3, horizontal color A, horizontal color B, horizontal edge A, horizontal edge B. What's wrong here? Color. So all the three, where was that 3JS uniforms library? In here, we have this whole thing as an I uniform, which seems really not super useful. Color should just be a vec3. Now, is this just not true? Can you not get to uniforms in, this is the thing I always forget. Like, can I not actually get to uniforms in a fragment shader? I think probably I actually can't. Like, can I have like some data structure? Like, I just want to send a struct or something and not have to send all these individually. Like, you know, the Unity way is like v to f or whatever would be a struct. Or like, sorry, it'd be like struct v2f, and then you would have a, maybe I do it this way. I don't know. Like this. Is this crazy? It's just annoying to have to like build these data structures that I just want to pass through. If that's actually the problem here. I'm not totally sure that's the problem, but I kind of think it's the problem. So if it was like all of these things could just go in a data structure that's going to get passed. I mean, I think that's kind of the Unity solution. I don't know if that's the best solution, but otherwise, it just feels annoying to have to do it manually. I mean, then it would be something like, let me make sure this is actually true. Like, can I actually not? I just can't remember if like, oh, can I? I don't know. Maybe I don't actually have to do this. I mean, I still might want to do this thing, but I think I'm just, I don't know. I'm just confusing myself. I don't think it's actually, I don't think that's, excuse me, I don't think that's the problem. I think you can have uniforms in your fragment shader, right? I don't know. I'm like second guessing. So it's just something else dumb is breaking. Next is the thing. It's linear interpolation. It would have this. 2 vex. Yeah. Maybe something unrelated is breaking. Okay, break my vertex shader. Oh, wait, I lost my light. Fragment shader, dimension mismatched from a 2-component vector afloat to 3-component vector afloat. So where do I have a vec2? It's fragment UV, and I only want to multiply. Smooth step. High P2 component vector of float to high P3 vector. It's here. Do I have the mix parameters wrong? Horizontal color A, horizontal color B, and horizontal color are all... Wait, how did it... Good grief. I meant to make those vectors and not 4s, so that was just... Okay, maybe I did the thing where I accidentally did the shortcut to decrement in them. Okay. So, cannot read properties of undefined. So, I mean, this looks like a 3JS problem. So, is that in the shader material? No, sorry, in the shoot material. Did I do something bad here? I have horizontal color A as a uniform. I have horizontal color B as a uniform. Are we sure we did this right? That's weird. How come deleting this made that big gap? What happened here? Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Well, okay, a couple things, I guess. So one is, oh, weird. So these are 3.I uniforms, not this. Okay. This is a pretty weird one, but okay. So these, all of these actually. That's not what I wanted. Are you going to buy yogurt? Have a good trip to the store. Okay, this, maybe that makes slightly more sense. Okay, so this is, sure, that makes total sense here, because these actually are supposed to be values. That was just an oversight on my part. Funny that it wasn't catching that when we were doing the concatenation, like. Interesting. Okay. That was a big pain in the butt, but now we have beautiful Christmas flowers. Terrific. Which is not what we want, because we want to mirror these, but that's fine. Okay, I'm like understanding a bit more. I still feel like we have an issue here with like shader uniforms is actually supposed to be, this is a pretty weird one. Like this is the type we need to extend, but that's not defined. Like 3JS didn't define this as a type. So I guess we could define it as a type, because I don't think we can do this. Right? It's like not a thing. Because you'd almost need like some kind of type alias or something, where it's kind of like I don't know. I don't have a solution for this. I'm sure there's some weird TypeScript way to get around this, but okay. I cannot believe how much time it has taken me to do almost nothing. I guess it hasn't been too terrible, but it feels like a really long time. So now the thing we're missing here, we've got our horizontal color, but we want to mirror it. Meaning, what's the clever way to do this? So this is going to be you could do this. I'm trying to think of like the most kind of straightforward way to do this. It's going to go 0 to 0.5 in one direction and 0 to 0.5 in the other direction. That's not what we want. We want to go 0 to 1 in both directions. So we need to like subtract 0.5, square it, and multiply by 2. Or we need to have an if. You know, this could be like this minus 0.5. I mean, I don't know. How is probably not the right answer here. Okay, that's definitely not right. Or is it because of where I said the curves happen? Okay, so that would not. I don't think that. I still don't think that's quite right. So so we have a value that's between 0 and 1. We offset it to 0.5. Maybe we want to multiply that at that point and then square it. I think that gives you the same result. Okay, that feels a bit more correct, although the area of our little gradation doesn't feel very, feels pretty minor, right? But maybe that's actually, I don't know, that doesn't seem right. Because we'd want to go like from 0.5, starting at point, we said 0.25 is our initial edge. Then we'd have a blend for like half of it. This doesn't seem right. I think I did this incorrectly. So the really easy way to see this would probably be to have the edges as like 0 and 1, and then we just would know there would be a gradient. So then there should just be a gradient all the way across. That does not seem to be the case. So then we need to think about, so horizontal edge A. That's the first color, that's the second color. Okay, let's think about this a little bit. So the X value, normally, so just to be clear, normally would just go right across. Right? So it's just across the way. So that makes sense. So then we want to do that same thing. We want the same range, the same 0 to 1, but we want to go halfway. So then we get a range of 0.5 to 0.5. And then we get a range from, we get a range from negative 0.5 to 0.5 if we subtract this, instead of a range of 0 to 1. Then we multiply that by 2, and that should give us a range of negative 1 to 1. Maybe that's actually, if we're wrapping, maybe that's actually fine. Maybe we don't have to square it. I mean, I don't necessarily know that that's causing us problems, but I don't think we actually need that. No, something's still not right. Maybe I don't have these set to repeat. Maybe I have them set to clamp. Oh yeah, of course, these aren't gonna, these won't repeat. No, this isn't texture sampling. This is the this is just to like generate this. So yeah, of course, that's not going to wrap automatically. Okay, so this is a value between -1 and 1. If we square it, yeah, then that feels right. Like squaring this should then like make the negative into a positive. It just doesn't quite look right to me in terms of the like where the gradient is. It feels like we have too much red and that it doesn't start. Actually, wait, to be clear, did we change that to be 0 to 1? So then this makes like no sense. Okay, I'm gonna change this to black and white because I think that'd be a little easier to see. Maybe that's gonna actually be harder to see. Axio, how's it going? It's been a long time. What a pleasure. What a pleasure. You're here just in time to see me not do a very good job of this. I don't know. Does that gradient seem correct? It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right to me. You could also do 0.5, 0.5, and then you'd have a hard line there. How can we know? Like, how can we know this? It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't really feel centered. Like, mathematically, how have you been? What's new? What exciting things are happening in the world of Axio? I'm unemployed again, so I can stream. It's great. It just feels like the gradation is happening like pushed way to the side. So what is the problem with my mathematics? So we start with a value of 0 to 1. We subtract 0.5. Then we have a range of -0.5 to +0.5. Then we multiply that times 2, and we should have a range of -1 to +1. And then we square that, which means, oh no, of course, you can't do that. You can't do this at all. You can't do this. Whoa, pizza from scratch, even the dough? That's exciting. I'm gonna make pizza today, but I cheat and just like make it on focaccia. Okay, I kind of forgot we had the ball pit. Ball pit's fun. I forgot, I haven't streamed in so long, I literally forgot we made a ball pit. Does everything work? Do the function keys? Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Very exciting. Okay, right. You can't square. Okay, two things. One, right, it's all flooding in. You can't square a value between 0 and 1. Yes, it'll flip it, but it's gonna like give it a curve. Like we're literally introducing an exponential curve right here by adding an exponent. So an exponent. So we can't do that. So that's problem number A. Problem number B is the sampling between these two values, is not linear. It's a whatever, Hermite curve, Herman, Kermit the Frog, smooth step. There's a curve in that. I don't remember what flavor of curve. A Hermite interpolation between the two values. Yeah. Okay, so oh, interesting. Very interesting. I like the focaccia. I've been making some focaccia pizza, and sometimes I just buy the focaccia, but I did make it, and it has been pretty good. And you don't have to let it rise too long. Like focaccia is pretty quick and easy, and you don't have to knead it. You don't have to do anything. It's so easy. Interesting though. Okay, your secret ingredient is 1/2 stick of butter. I see. Okay, that's like very much the Julia Child's secret ingredient, which is just butter. The secret ingredient, more butter. Okay, how do we do this without introducing an exponential fall off? How do you do that? If it was just a sine wave, I think you actually can square a sine wave to get to flip the sign and have it okay without changing the interpolation, but that's not what this is. Right? Pikasha? Wait, what is Pikasha? Did I say Pikasha when I meant to say Fakasha? You have Stickasha, stick of butter. Stickasha. Okay, what am I doing? This should not be that hard of a problem. I mean, the really naive answer is, this feels like dumb. How do you like flip this sign? Yes, right, of course. You flip it like this. I was just testing you. Okay, that looks more like what I would expect. Great. Do you realize I was just trying to flip the sign of something by squaring it instead of just using the absolute value? What is wrong with my brain sometimes? The old add 1 and divide by 2. It's a little bit like that. It's a little bit like that. For like, yeah, so if you have a sine, it's almost the opposite of that, in fact. Like if if you get a sine function, it's between -1 and 1. So it's very common to get a normalized range for that, to add 1, divide by 2, and you get a normalized value between 0 and 1. I'm almost trying to do the inverse of that because I deliberately want a -1 to 1 value from a normalized. So actually, now that I say that out loud, I think I actually literally do just want the inverse of that. Essentially, I'm just trying to mirror a texture sample. Okay, so that looks not totally unlike the thing I'm expecting. And now we have like Beetlejuice flowers. Okay, so here's the issue now, is we want to specify these as part of our tulip definition. Our tulip definition now should have uniforms and not just a texture. So it would be something like this. It would be something like this. We would have uniforms. Okay, not obviously. TypeScript is loving this. So what all have we done wrong? I think one problem is balloon presets don't. We're gonna have the same problem though. This kind of sucks. I don't know what the solution. Where's Life is Yours? He's supposed to be. I didn't pay for him to go to college to get a degree in TypeScript anometry for him to just go to the store and buy yogurt. Like I want them to be shoot material uniforms, but there is a problem here. But maybe we can get away with this. I'm gonna say these are optional because they are. This looks horrible. Shoot preset. Oh. Is that right? Okay, that's a good question. Very good question. Is a shoot preset, does a bloom, a bloom essentially wraps a shoot, right? A shoot material in a shoot. So actually, we actually need like shoot material uniforms on the bloom. Those actually need to be interesting. But I think that's correct. I think it actually is correct to say I don't know. I don't think that's the right. Is that what we called it? What do we call it? We did. Why is everything broken all the time? Shoot uniforms. Oh, okay, that's fine. Those can all be. Is there a way to say every? Huh. I really actually want to get to the bottom of this, of like the proper way to do this, to extend this, because this is what I'm about to do is not. We don't want to do this, but we're gonna do it for right now. Just put in a. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, back to here. That's sort of kind of almost maybe a little bit seems correct. The trick then is, and this is interesting actually, is that this, what we have defined as the shoot preset, really is describing the material, when all the rest of this is actually describing the geometry. So I'm gonna let you stew on that while I go to the bathroom. Think about it. I'll be right back. That was the wrong thing. Don't look at me go to the bathroom. Don't. Hello, friends. I need for binary to show up so I can talk about tools for no reason. Because I got all these tools back here. New tools. Very exciting. Okay. What are we doing? What we were doing? Right. We were realizing that whoever designed this, whoever did this, it was me. Made some weird choices. Because a shoot preset should not know about. That's a weird one. I guess in the bloom, you know, because a shoot preset, I should just describe my terminology a little bit. Like the thing that builds the geometry is shoot geometry. And I think for the most part, you know, the texture here, but the rest of this stuff is really related not to the geometry, it's related to the material. However, it is a shoot preset, so you could still kind of argue that it's okay to have both this sort of geometry geometry related fields, because we get a bloom preset, and then inside of our bloom preset we do feed this shoot preset down here. The thing that's most annoying about this particular issue, though, is that we have to deal with the idea of a texture that is loaded asynchronously. But you can kind of see that I'm already dealing with this, where I'm like doing material stuff and then shoot stuff separate. All of that is defined currently in the shoot preset. So like, actually, I'm going to say that that is correct, and I like that, because I'm going to say that the bloom is independent. Like the bloom is just like about the arrangement that you want. So I'm going to say that shoot uniforms, we actually want that in here. And let's just call it, yeah, I'm gonna say that that actually goes in there. All these presets need to go not where they are also, but we'll just ignore that for the moment. So these will all go in here, and I think that's gonna be okay, except it's not, for because we just called this uniforms. So the biggest issue then is like, how do we set this? Because this is sort of annoying, because we need to set texture. I don't know if we can get away with this. It's going to be pretty, no, I mean, it's going to be like value is I have kind of a bad feeling this isn't going to work. Seeger, how's it going? Seeger live. Oh, I appreciate that. I don't know if I'm making any sense at all, because I feel like I've been like working, you know, that if I had worked on this on stream the whole time, I feel like I'd be better suited to explain it. But since I've been working on this off camera and now I'm trying to describe it, I feel like I'm not describing it very well. But I appreciate the kind words. I don't even know if I fully described the actual full-scale idea of this, but the in a week there's a, I wonder if I can find a picture of it. Portland Welcome Dome. Well, yeah, of course. Why would I ever think that anything's going to be on DuckDuckGo? Just there's no. Why would I ever think that? So some group whose name escapes me has put up this dome in Pioneer Square, and I'm working with it. There's that nonprofit I work with quite a bit called SETI, and SETI is going to do some art projects there. And my idea is that I want this dome to be like a giant seed in Pioneer Square, and I want you to look at it in AR with Eighth Wall, and I want the what I want is for the whole seed to bloom into like a 30-story bouquet. That's probably not really going to happen, just because Eighth Wall is not very good and the tracking's not very stable, and it might suck to be underneath that anyway. But the idea is that a bunch of these procedural plants will bloom in AR. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Wait, the Pot Farm. Wait, what is the game Pot Farm? Is that Facebook game? What is the game Pot Farm? Why does that ring a bell? Oh wait, I think I'm mixing it up with the, wasn't there some hip hop artist who had a weed game? Okay, I don't think I know Pot Farm. So if you've been procedural, oh, you want to make it a Twitch game? Are you going to use heat? Are you going to let people click on the pot? Awesome. That's great. how's your progress? Do you need any Beetlejuice tulips? Because I have a rare breed of Beetlejuice tulips here. They're very, very expensive. Okay. I have like distracted myself yet again. This is our issue that's pretty annoying. Is like we just have this whole like like the syntax for this is just gonna be a kick in the pants. So it's gonna look like this. Oh boy. No, you're. Oh, I appreciate that. No, you're not. I'm the one distracting me. You are definitely not distracting me. It's just always welcome. My problem is with distracting myself, and with Life Is Yours, who's like the master at getting me to distract myself. It's kind of an amazing talent. Okay, I think we just want texture here. Although that probably broke a bunch of other stuff, but that's fine. Okay, so the idea. I feel like this is just going to look gross because we have this problem where we're using. It's not a problem; it's fine. Although I may really want to reconsider this, but the way I'm using parcel to like kind of inject the URL here, I think is possibly problematic. So we could basically ditch that. Then shoot preset would no longer have a texture. It would only be in the uniforms. With Touch Designer, actually, like almost not at all. In fact, I've touched it only super slightly because there was another installation artist working at the Children's Museum of Pittsburgh. And so I got like a little bit there. And then some people use it for projects with SETI. And then I was actually... I don't think I'd ever installed it on this machine or on my laptop until I was trying to help someone debug something with Heat to get Touch Designer to talk to Heat. I think it's cool. It's just, I'm definitely like so deep in the world of just make things from scratch that, I don't know. I feel like I just have to always make things the hard way because why not? Okay, so I'm pretty sure I just broke a million different things, but that's fine. We just have to find all the things that I broke. Because I think all of these places, I think I actually like this better if it's gonna work. I don't know if it's gonna work, but in theory, if it works the way I want it to, I will like it more. Oops. No, who did I actually? It's totally escaping me. I honestly, I don't even think I was much help because by the time I was helping debug, it just turned out there was an update to Touch Designer that fixed the problem. Tynan, Tynan. was working on that, but actually a few people have stopped by. They're using Touch Center stuff, so it seems cool. Seems popular. It's just not quite my jam. Maybe I'll use it for something someday. Okay, so I think we have. If this works, this syntax is kind of gross, and maybe there's a way I could like. Where's Life Is Yours? Like does if TypeScript had macros. What if TypeScript has macros? I don't really need macros. I just kind of want them. I don't even know if I'm using that frond. Okay, we have all that. I think there's one other place where we make the flower stem. It's here. Still broken stem. It's probably because of where we're getting the texture. It's here. Oh, well, there's a few problems here. One, we renamed this for no reason without. Okay, so actually, like, shoot material, we need to not do this anymore. We don't want to do that anymore. We want to, gosh, we always don't want to do repeat. Think about that. We actually just want to pass in the shoot reset.uniforms. Okay, and we just got to find all the other places that I broke that. So it's going to be broken in Bloom. It's going to have a very similar issue. But I think this is going to be better. Oops. Oh, the preset, shoot preset. Okay. Well, that looks just tremendously broken. Great. What have I done here? I'll tell you what I haven't done is add a clear button for the ball pit. Because why would I do that? I should make a thing where you can just set off a bomb and explode them, but... Okay, so now I have ghost plants, and that is presumably because I screwed up the setting of some of these uniforms. Excuse me. Oh, in the fragment shader, I bet. Probably still called frond texture. Should just be texture. Oh shoot, I can't. Man, I think I can't call this texture. I think that is a reserved keyword. Oops. Okay, can I just like go fix it in the type and call it like shoot texture or something? Like in here. I just can't remember. Like I kind of think it's not allowed. Okay, and then inside the frag. It's gonna be exciting if my computer crashes from the ball pit. Okay, we're back to Beetlejuice flowers. That's good news. Excuse me. Except we don't really want Beetlejuice flowers, but there's probably going to be a point where the physics of the ball pit get very upset. Like, they already look kind of unhappy. Where they used to like just, you can't have any more balls. Okay, so what did we decide? We decided that for the tulip, we already have we have our colors specified here. So what we probably want to do for everybody that's not, we probably just want to default to white and just leave that alone. So everything else is going to be normal. And then, well, that wasn't true at all, was it? Something about the stem. Definitely broke something with the stem, but that's okay. The shoot, yeah, other stuff seems okay. So now what we want to try to do is, probably lost it. No, this. Okay. So we want, how do you do this in Windows? Windows doesn't have like a good little color meter, right? Or like a color picker. I want to open Photoshop just for a quick color pick. Is there VS Code color picker? Well, that's not going to work here. Lame. Photoshop, worst. Okay, anyway, the idea is going to be we basically want something kind of pinky. And something kind of orangey. Oh, that's not where I wanted that at all. We want that only in the tulips. Tiptoe by the garden, by the window. That's where I'll be. Just tiptoe through the tulips with me. Bum bum ba-da-dum, bum ba-da-dum, bum ba-ba-bum, bum bum bum. Okay, it's not very pretty. The colors are definitely all wrong in every possible way for reasons I don't exactly understand. They're kind of hideous, but ignoring the part where it just doesn't look good, it looks great. I kind of want to do this one instead. Tiptoe by the garden, da da dee dum, da 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 dee dum dum, do 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 do. Okay, so this color, Photoshop just doesn't show normalized colors. Is that true? What an absolute piece of garbage. Photoshop has no option to show normalized colors. Is that really true? I hate you, Photoshop. You're terrible. Terrible. Is there like some stupid VS Code color picker that I'm not going to hate? I'm probably going to hate it. Yeah, they're going to be in line like this. I need like a screen one. Oh yeah, there's the Power Toys color picker. How do I get it? I want it. Getting started. Power Toys. Why doesn't it just already have it when Windows already has an infinite number of useless things? I don't know. Don't know the answer. Maybe because it's too useful? Oh yeah, the Microsoft Store. Absolutely. Okay, the ball pit is I mean, you know, I'm not doing anything too useful, so it's probably fine. Tiptoe. What all do you get with Power Toys? Wow, is that search box just straight up stolen Spotlight, which was straight up stolen Watson or whatever? Or Quicksilver? Okay, always on top. Awake, color picker, fancy zones. Great. Explorer add-ons. Great. Image resizer. Great. Keyboard manager. Less utilities. Power Toys run. Alt space. Yeah, that's just straight up Spotlight. Good job, Windows. Literally just Spotlight. That's good. I wish Microsoft and Apple would steal more good ideas. I mean, you gotta, you know, like. I mean, I don't know. Frame rate seems pretty solid. I mean, my frames are fine. The browser's frame rates, the OBS browser frame rate, seemingly not very happy. Let's give a little shift click in here. See how we do. Ooh, not good. Not good at all. I love it, but my frame rate seems okay. The stream frame rate seems okay. 0% dropped frames. The browser frames, whew. I mean, actually, I'm not saying that I don't have any drop frames. I definitely probably have. Life is yours. It's about time you got back because I have some very important TypeScript questions, which you can't see on the screen. Sorry. We're going to install Power Toys, and it's going to be amazing because then we're going to have the freaking Power Toys run that just looks just like Spotlight. How bad will the performance be? I don't know. I mean, I feel like hitting the Windows key and then typing a thing and running it is basically kind of like Spotlight, but whatever. I do wish Apple would steal Windows snapping. Okay. I don't know why it's taking so long to install the Power Toys. Maybe because my processor is being used by something else. What could it be? Can anyone think of something that might be taxing my computer right now? I can't really think of anything. Nope. Can't really, nothing really comes to mind. No idea. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's like some background process running or something. Maybe it's like Windows Update because I can't really. How long until this just straight up crashes OBS is the real question. Yeah, you like this 1 frame per second? I don't know. I feel like we're getting 2-3 frames per second. At least the uh-oh. Wait. I think it's oh weird. How weird. So it like what happened? I wonder if the order of input devices in OBS is like non-deterministic because my little robot friend is no longer talking. Because presumably the mic input switched from input 0 to input 1. So that's weird. Okay, so shift option C for color picker. Great. Great. Now I don't know where's the flowers? I don't even know what happened to the flower I was looking at. Okay, I think I may have to put a stop to this. I'm sorry, I don't want to spoil your fun, but okay, the problem with this color picker is that it's hex, and I don't. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Is there no normalized color value for this color picker? Okay, should I just give up on streaming and we're just gonna click balls? Okay, a vec4. We can ask it to be a vec4. Default color format. Okay. Great. Even though for some reason it's a vec3 in 3JS, but who knows? Okay, Command-Shift-C, grab a color. We got it. So our inner color is this beautiful pink. Why is 3JS a vec3 for color? I don't approve. How's it going, everybody? There's like a lumpy spot now that's getting a little gross. Why is there a lumpy ball pile? Gross. Ugh. It's starting to look so gross. It's just not even cute anymore. What happened? There was like a fun, cute ball pit, and now it's just disgusting. Gross. Well, okay. It's fine. That's all fine. I'm just over here, just getting a little work done, and it is. Oh yeah, like a little ball mountain. Okay, let's see how we do with some horses. Not well. That's a good point. I think you may be correct that all ball pits are just fundamentally gross. Okay, I think I actually do have some light to dark gradation already built into this that I maybe don't want. Because this looks, I think the word is maybe bad. I think bad might be the word. Like after all that work, I actually don't like the way this looks. We could change where the points are for the fall off, because it could be like 0.5, 0.85 or something like that. Like get a little more pink and then just have orange at the fringes or something. I don't know. I feel like that was a whole lot of work for like really underwhelming. I guess a lot of the work was just TypeScript refactoring. Okay, I'm sorry to rain on your parade. We've got to, the balls have to go. The balls are just, okay. Whew. You can have one ball. Okay, life is yours. I need your undivided attention. Maybe. Oh yeah, I broke this. Shoot. Okay, I need your undivided attention in a minute. I don't know where that goes. No, it's supposed to be in the shoot. Okay, wait. Oh no. We need this whole blob. Because that is a... Okay, what was that supposed to be though? Was that leaf? Stem. Okay, here's my issue. I feel like I'm fairly close on this kind of, sort of, in terms of like the TypeScriptiness of this. I can't believe I just spent 2 hours and I have done nothing but like add this gradient. That's embarrassing and it's troubling because I have to finish this project like in the relatively near future. But ignoring that problem, in terms of TypeScript, here's my issue. I have something called a shoot material, which extends the Three.js shader material, right? No problem. In fact, now I'm kind of shocked that it lets me do this because I'm extending shader material, and shader material already knows about vertex shader and fragment shader. So I guess it's okay because the types match, but presumably I don't actually need this, right? Like I don't need that because it's already defined in here in shader material. What's weird though is even though vertex shader and fragment shader are defined as part of shader material, why isn't side? Like the side is not? Okay, well that's not that important. The other issue is like the uniforms issue. So here's my problem. I want to, you know, like we were talking about earlier, I want some definition of what these uniforms are. And so I have this, I have my interface for these uniforms. That's fine. The issue is Three.js is mad about that because, or sorry, TypeScript is mad about that because Three.js defines uniforms on shader material, the class I'm extending, as this, as an object of an array. This is really, I don't understand this actually. Like it's an object. What does that mean? Like this is so weird. So uniform, where's the I uniform? So an I uniform just is, it's a generic of anything, and it's just a key value pair with a value of that type. And by default, it's any. So I actually could define those. Interesting. So I actually could say that this is an I uniform of type float, or that's not true, type number, and that would be valid. And for example, this could be a 3.texture, and that would be valid. This would be a 3.vector3. Okay, so that's all fine. I'm like, that's fine. Maybe I'll just do that while I'm at it because I kind of like the verbosity. Oops. Okay, so this I'm all feeling reasonably good about. Okay, okay, but you haven't helped yet. We're not to the complicated part. Okay, so this is fine, right? So these are I uniforms. So these are fine. The definition of my individual fields as I uniforms is fine. What is not fine is that I don't like the type under the hood uniforms in I don't know how to say this. Like shader materials uniforms is defined as this, which is really weird because I don't really understand what this means. Like, it's like an array of uniforms. Like what? I don't like this is, I don't really understand this. It's saying that uniforms is an object of an array. Like what is this? What does this mean? What does this syntax mean? It's kind of really weird. Okay, I guess the core thing is I don't know what this is trying to describe here. Like, an array of string uniforms, but it's not an array. It's not really an array. I mean, it's not like there's an array inside this object. It's just multiple of these. Is that what this means? It's just like I can have any number of these. It's not literally an array because it's not like this is, you know, it's not like these are like this. Well, that's for a generic, but this is not a generic. Like this is passing a generic for I uniform because then, you know, this is just a generic. This is like in C#, right? Like this is just a generic. But are you sure? I don't think that's true because that would mean that this is a string and that's not true. This is like whatever that is. I think this is the string. This is the string. Okay. Here, I think I kind of understand this. I think this syntax is not what it appears to be. I think this syntax isn't saying that this thing is of type uniform. I think this is like an object definition that says there's some number of strings that are of type uniform. No, but the uniform isn't of type string. The uniform is of any. It's not this. That would be using the generic. That would be saying that they are string uniforms. The uniforms are still type any. The thing that is string is the name of the uniform. So I think this is just like some specialized weird syntax. Yeah, but so what this is this is a like key and value. And I didn't know, so this, okay. Normally when you have a colon in TypeScript, it's saying that this is of this type. That's not what this is saying. That's saying there's a key of this type and a value of this type, I believe. Yeah, actually they do the same thing here. So it's like TypeScript type key value. So that must be just like specialized. Okay, I see. This is a key value pair. This is a key value pair that is, there's a uniform that is the string, and then it is of type I uniform, and right now that's just generic. So that's okay. So that's what I have here, basically. But how do I extend, like, so I need like a TypeScript interface for key value pair. I don't know if I can do that. No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think that's a lie. I mean, I think it's lying to you. I don't think this is really referring to an array. I think this is just the definition to say this is the key, this is the value. So it is a key of type string with a value of type number, I think is what is here. I think it's just really weird syntax, right? Like, I think this is weird. So does that mean then that I could just do like my interface as, I don't think I can, but can I? Like, can my interface extend? No way. Oops, not that. Like, can my interface extend this? I'm gonna say no, but maybe. Yeah, no way. So how do I do the thing that I want to do? Yeah, that's fine. I just didn't understand that. Looking at this initially, I thought it meant that this thing was of type uniform because that's what it looks like, but that's not what's true. It's that it's a key of type string called uniform with a value of type uniform, which I think is horrible syntax. I think that is like not good syntax. Okay, but that means, so I think I know what I want, which I want a TypeScript interface. So I don't know if I can do the thing that I want. So, but I don't know if I'm asking this question very clearly. What I need though is right now I can't use this without an error because my uniform definition does not match the underlying base uniform. Like index signature for type string is missing. Yeah, property uniforms is not in type shoot material. Yeah, it's not assignable to, like, this is my issue, is like, maybe that can't be an, yeah, maybe I just can't do the thing that I want to do. Like, I want an interface of this. Like, okay, this is not a bad example. Like this name, but these are, you know, these can be anything. These are just an arbitrary string, but I want to be explicit about those. So can I just not do that? Oh, okay. So can I do this? Oh, that's weird. Can I like just lie here? And like, oops. I think no. I mean, like, it's obviously not happy with this, so what have I done? Maybe this has to be a type then. Oops, wait, I lost one of my semicolons. Okay, how about this? Yeah, thank you. So can I do this? Okay, that works. I don't like it. I don't like that syntax. That's pretty freaking weird. So just like there's some unknown whatever, some fun party in here that just who knows what's in there. And then That's fine. Okay. That's okay. So if I look at, actually, that kind of makes me want to look at like, whatever, like Lambert. Where would I even find that? Like if I wanted to look in, so there's shader material TS. So where is that? Because presumably, yeah, like in the Lambert material, how do they do it? So they do an interface. They extend material parameters. Oh, do they just literally put every possible thing in? So should I extend material parameters instead? I don't think so. Wait, that's not true. I want the uniforms, not the... This is not the same. I want the actual uniforms, though. Or is that the same in this case? So I'm a bit confused on like 3JS's distinction between what's like material parameters and what are uniforms. I don't quite understand their distinction here. Because these are not the same, like maybe that's actually only a consideration though for their shader material, and otherwise everything else is handled internally. I would kind of believe that. If like shader material uniforms are just like, okay, I would kind of believe that. I still think it's weird that the side, so shader material extends material, and material does have a side. So I shouldn't have to have a side here, right? Like, okay, so that's fine. That feels a little tidier. I feel like these look terrible. I feel like all of that work to do that was just like really it's dishearteningly not fruitful. So okay, let's ignore that for a minute. I do have to go soon, but I feel like we maybe made some kind of progress today. But the one thing I just do want to like, I want like a library of all of our presets. Which I guess is just going to be like a presets. I don't know actually. Where should that be in types? It's not really a type. They really are just sort of like presets of, I mean, because they're just crammed up here at the top at the moment. So at a minimum, I would like to have, oops. All these other oh no, what now? What? What? I break my types? I don't understand why it's so slow to like parse types sometimes, or whatever the issue is, where it just like decides none of my types exist. Okay, anyway, I have like, I feel like I have slightly better understanding of it. That key value pair syntax, not good. Don't approve, don't like it. Maybe that's a good explanation for it, but I feel like it's not great. Okay, so let's say like some Oregon native flowers. Let's try to just like start like, I don't know. Not crazy about any of this. That's cute. Okay. What are these flowers? Doesn't have the names. I like these. I would maybe like to try to make some of these, but why don't these have the names of the flowers? Okay. Baby's breath. Get out of my face. Some dwarf cornflowers. It's too hard. Baby blue eyes. I do kind of like the baby blue eyes. Those are cute. So we'd need maybe like a vertical gradient for these, or we probably are going to have is like a combination of a horizontal and vertical gradient. But let's try making some baby blue eyes. Okay, so let's try to see how painful it is to try to add a new flower type. So where do we actually do this? Yum, really yum. A nutmeg nut from the plant? No. Whoa, it's cool. Wow. I've never seen that before. Pretty awesome. Pretty into it. Well, there's a lot of nuts like that you think of just as a nut and kind of forget that it's like fleshy, like a walnut. Also have weird little... It's not quite as cool as the nutmeg, I must confess. Okay, so we want to have our preset list like this, and then our presets will be preset. What's the right way to do this and be inclusive? 1, 2, non-inclusive. We want 0, 1, 2, but never 3. Dot random. That's a 0, 1 value times. But that can be 1. So we need like non-inclusive. And if you just floor it, is that the same though? Because you could still get... I don't think this is true, right? Like you could get 0, but you could also get 100 here, and that, right? Because can't math.random return. Oh, 1 is exclusive. Okay, never mind. Okay, so we're fine. So it's math.random times presets. Okay, I forgot that it was exclusive. I think that's different in Unity, or Unity has like 2 calls basically. Okay, what's wrong? What did we break? I mean, we didn't finish our little blue eyes. Okay, so blue eyes. How broken are we? Okay, need shoe count. Floor it! It's true, we do need to floor it. I just was thinking that math.random was inclusive, meaning it could be 1, but that's not true. I was wrong. I was wrong about it. Okay, so wait, I lost Judy Blue Eyes. Okay, so Judy Blue Eyes has 5 shoots, and then our shoot preset. This is where it's going to get pretty weird. Okay, what's currently broken? I don't really understand. Bloom TS 21. The preset.scale. What preset is missing a scale? Because we have a scale in Trillium. We have a scale in Tulip. We just added a scale to Baby Blue Eyes. Have we been using this? I don't know if we are. What are you talking about? Is it the stem? Why would we suddenly need a scale there if we didn't have one previously when all I have done is add the... Because it's a shoot preset. It would need to be a bloom preset anyway. So bloom preset, we have scale. Did I screw something up here in my, like maybe I just screwed up I must have. Like in the, those are the presets. Wait, oh, I didn't floor it. Oh, wait, we just talked about this. Axo, were you trying to tell me to floor it and I forgot to floor it? And we were just talking about it and I was like, in my brain I had floored it, but I actually hadn't. What an embarrassment. Okay, these are our Baby Blue Eyes. They look insane. I don't actually have an explanation of why they would look like that. That's like just actually totally not at all what I would expect them to look like. Did I get this backwards and like say that okay, so there's no texture in here anymore. That width is supposed to turn 1 and height is supposed to turn 0. Did I get these backwards? Did I get those wrong? Oh, that makes everything look amazing. Okay, that wasn't the problem, really. Why would these look like that without a width function, with a width function that's undefined, and a height function? Oh, wait, okay, well, so we do need length progress and width progress, but that's not... No, you weren't. You were being helpful, and I was not helping myself. I was harming myself. Okay, I'm really confused now. Like, what is supposed to happen if you don't have a width and height function specified is that you get a... Oh, do we not have a way to even return a path now? No, we do have a path. I am actually very confused. Like, these seem... not right. These seem not like what I would expect at all. But so for example, if I just grabbed the Trillium's width function, which I think is just a sine wave, basically. Yeah, the width function is just a sine. The path function... Is there something weird about the path? That's probably what it is. It's just like my test path is asinine. Okay, but is this just going to add a taper to our weirdly vertical? Yes, it is. Okay, so that's interesting. I guess because Y1 is that way, so it actually should be in Z, I think. Is that what I'm learning here? Is that this little fake path should actually be offset in Z? Okay, that did not fix the problem. Love it. The problem is I don't quite know what space I'm in here. So is it actually X? That I think is true, because that is like the normal direction from there. Okay, so now we have these little blooms. Very cute, very precious. I actually can't see how big they are or anything, but whatever. And then we need to, I have to go very soon, unfortunately. I feel like we're finally, finally I'm almost on a roll. Like finally, after hours of struggling and not doing anything correctly, I'm almost like remembering how to make a computer do things. Okay, we're gonna add these vertical parameters, and then in our Fraggle shader. Nope. I like it when sometimes I type too fast for Visual Studio Code to keep up. That's called a seal. A seal. We don't roof things, we seal them. Obviously. Okay, we did the mirror on that, so that's good. These can be simpler. Roof. Okay. Grab all these, make these all vertical, and then we don't have to get fancy here because we don't need to mirror these. So these can just be straight up fragment Y, should be fine. I don't know what it's mad about. What are you mad about, buddy? Oh yeah, we should probably declare all these things that we're using. Okay, that's fine. Get all these uniforms. Oops. Okay. How's that? How are we feeling? Something's broken. How did we break every single thing except for... Oh, they're just all black. Why would those be white and everything else black? It's probably because we don't have defaults for these. I mean, I guess you can't have defaults in an interface, but that's fine because in our shoot material, we'll just add our defaults. I prefer not have to define these in 4 different places because that means they're like in 5. These are like in 5 different places, but oh well. Because the interface is defined. They're also defined here. They're also defined in each of these, and they're defined in the fragment shader. Not ideal. Okay, we got these cutie pies. So the thing we want to try to do now is give a white to blue gradient on these babies. White to blue. Okay. This is not strictly correct. We need more like a radial gradient. I have to think about that a little bit. I think we get a combination of that by like overlapping our 2 gradients, but then we can't just... We'd have to have like another function defining how we want to work them. Anyway. Okay, so that's a problem for future me, I think. Okay, this is gonna look insane. Or it's not gonna work at all. Oh, that's not where that goes at all. Okay, I just accidentally made pink trilliums. That wasn't right. We need those in Judy Blue Eyes. Okay, so Judy Blue Eyes, we actually don't even have any uniforms. I am yours, you are mine, we are what we are. I don't really love Crosby, Stills, and Nash. And or Young. Okay, getting a little closer, getting a little bit closer. Okay, so now we need white. To something bluish, but like pastel bluish. Or maybe like cyanish, so like a little green. I was probably wrong. Okay. So those look truly terrible. So what is actually the shape of these flowers? So the shape of these flowers probably actually needs to be more like the function I'm using on the tulips and not the trilliums, because the trilliums are just... So our width function on the tulips is like exponential on one side and pi on the other side, but I think we kind of just want exponential on both sides. But let's try this. So we need like length, progress. Actually, don't use this. But these... Oh, that wasn't right. Line, progress. Okay. Okay, I just want, like, it can be rough. I just want to, like, try to have a thing semi, sort of, very vaguely working. Okay. So the main problem with these is they're so fat. So now these need a max width, I think is the parameter, inside the shoot preset. That seems like it really didn't do anything at all. Why didn't that do anything? Oh, that was the trillium. Don't listen. It's like my grandma always used to say, don't edit the parameters of your trilliums when you're trying to update your blue eyes. Okay. Do these look anything like the actual flowers? No. No. Not even no. The answer is no. Gotta think about what this function looks like. It's like a little bit... It's kind of sine-ish, but it's kind of offset. I mean, it really is kind of like sine at one end and like... a lower exponent. Is that what I need here? So we get like curve in a little more. Yeah, and then a little fatter. You know, somebody who was really trying to do a good job would maybe like actually have some shader parameters and not or like parameters in an editor and not just continually something occurs to me. I'm trying to decide how much I care. So like the path function. Okay, like we're in the like a very rough ballpark here. Obviously we need to like cup it and do lots of other nice little things, but let's quickly add a little bit of cupping, which we have in the tulip. And that's just by adding a on the function that describes the like height, the offset from the plane. I should describe how all this stuff works, but we'll do that on the next stream. I think we have like a little cupping that sort of tapers towards the end. So that's obviously way too much, but now if we just give ourselves a max height of 0.1 or something. Oh my gosh. Am I just gonna embarrass myself with this project? Is that where we're headed? Maybe we are. So that cupping is fine. So we actually could do the cupping, like the full upward cup. So we have cupping along this, like this axis. We don't have cupping on this axis. And we could actually do that with that height parameter, or the more like, you know, by design way was actually to return the path. Like essentially like the underlying path. And I know none of this makes sense. I will try to describe this next time I stream in such a way that it maybe makes a little more sense. But there's like, you have the path that you're following, like some path, and then you have a normal that comes off of it that you make the width of the pedal, and then you have like the height that lets you sort of offset and make little curvies. So what I think we need to do though is I think we want to like move towards 1, but increase in Z. I don't know. That was not correct. Did I not say that X was the proper? Like as we move along X, we also want to translate. Maybe it is actually Y. Like if this was a little up. Did that work? Okay, yeah. Okay. So now we'll just go a little higher. Oh, weird. Just happened on my screen. Meerkat297, how's it going? What an adorable little heart friend. Okay. I unfortunately do have to run pretty soon, but I think we're kind of, sort of, a little bit, almost, barely, kind of, getting towards having something. I mean, it's pretty disappointing, honestly, but I gotta really think about how to get to something. I mean, they are pretty square on the ends. They actually are. So like a high power here, I think is actually correct. We just don't really have a way to describe where this happens. Wait, Axio, that's my line. Thanks for hanging out as my line. You want random colors, life is yours? I don't know. Probably we should do that. We do need, like these, it's just this line. We do need like some noise there or something. Like that is one thought, is that we could describe these gradients not mathematically, but just with like a matte, you know, like a grayscale image that's going to describe it. It's so funny. Like, I don't know, all these little wavers and rib, like veins and things like that. Like, how are we going to get that stuff? Okay, well, this is our very sad, let me pull down on the red a little. Our very sad approximation of, baby blue eyes, but you know, what are you gonna do? I could actually eyedropper these instead of just guessing, but why would I do that? Okay, I've caused, oh, that's not supposed to be 8, it's supposed to be pointing. Okay, good. Got some cool HDR stuff going. Okay, well now we have 3 bad looking kinds of flowers, so that's, how did we end up with no blue eyes in that randomization? Okay, well, I feel like we could cup those more. Max height. All right, this is our current, Actually, maybe we keep them flat at the beginning and at the cupping. I think actually it's pretty subtle. Maybe the cupping is minimal and it's actually the Y translation that is the meaningful movement, like this. Problem is we have that as pretty linear. So I could go in and manually add points to that, or maybe that should be a function too. I don't know. Is this project gonna be a disaster? I've got like a week to make this look good. Like, am I gonna be able to do it? Unclear. Unclear. Okay, I like for serious need to go, but let's try one more thing. I think this is going to do something I don't like, but I just want to try it real fast. Okay, that like almost. I mean, we want like a roundness here, and that like radial. Just had to think about that a little bit. Like, you could almost just get away with that as like a distance function from the. How could you know that? You could almost get like just a distance function, just like a. Maybe that's all it is. It's just a distance. It's like a radial gradient set of values. And then like. Yeah, and then you could specify your two edges. I think that's actually the way to get what we want for these. Where we want kind of like a radial thing from here. Because this is always V. It's still not quite right though, because we had the V. We have V, and V is not sufficient. You end up with like linear here. So we need. How could we know that? Like, as you go across here, how could you know that? You could set the vertex colors so the vertices would kind of know that, but I don't know. I don't know the answer. Okay, well, we have some bad looking flowers. Maybe they are just going to be kind of like abstract and weird and just sort of like techno impressionist versions of these flowers. But I don't know. If that's what it needs to be, that's what it needs to be. Like, because we just have to like move forward. My hope is like as I add new flowers, I will refine the flower generation and then like go back and add some detail and stuff. But like, at a certain point, I just have to be moving forward on this. So anyway, I think that does it for today. Yeah, I think that was okay. Seeger, Axio, Life is Yours, Meerkat, thanks for stopping by. I'm definitely going to be streaming a lot in the next 2 weeks as I try to catch up on this. So we will do our thing. SSSSS, like subsurface scattering, subsurface. What does that stand for? Oh, that is just subsurface scattering. I would not endeavor to like really simulate that. We would just find a way to fake it. Like, for example, you could like, even just looking at this, you could kind of fake it with just sort of like Fresnel, just like at facing angle. So it can sort of look like it's subsurface, but you really just do it with Fresnel, which is very easy. So you can kind of get that. So yeah, I think you're right that we definitely want like some glowy edges and things like that. But I don't know, time is short. There's a lot to do. And I feel like the most important thing is just get some flowers and then we can go in and refine them. So like, oh yeah, our little buddy. This is my little friend to let me know that my microphone is actually working. Hello. Because I had too many dumb, wait, a flower gun. Do we need a flower gun? I mean, we kind of have one. We have a flower explosion. This is inspired by like fireworks. Like we have like fireworky explosions of plants. That was the idea anyway. But I broke it. How did that break? Come back. Oh, hello. Yeah, I don't know. Oh wait, you can't see it? Sorry. This thing. That is kind of burst out, but right now I'm doing it forward, so I have an origin, then it like grows up to a random spot. What I want to do is have like a ball of flowers, and we instance the flowers on the ball and then draw the stems backwards from that. So we always end up with like a good like ball of flowers, basically. But anyway, okay, I absolutely have to go. Thank you so much for stopping by, everyone, and I will see you next time. Love you. Bye. Bye.